Rockstar Gang, what up? What up? Appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Of course, if you're new here, welcome to the Rockstar Report. Man, happy Thursday to you guys. Or happy Friday Eve, I should say. I mean, my goodness, tomorrow. Thank TGIF. Man, TGIF. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for this week to just be over with. I feel like this has been a long week. Especially with like the whole time change and everything. It's been a long week. All right, so some unfortunate news to start off the show is this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do film breakdown on these guys. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do film breakdown on these guys because I got hit by YouTube last night. That live stream last night did not get monetized due to the fact apparently that I used a clip from I guess a different source. Even though it's on Twitter, it's open to the public, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. If it's open to the public on Twitter, why can't I have it on YouTube? But that's neither here nor there. That is YouTube's guideline. So if anybody has any solutions to that, please let me know. I am going to be doing my due diligence on finding ways to get college film. I've heard a couple of places where I can get like NFL all 22 film, same thing on college guys. I'm just going to have to do my research. And of course it's probably going to cost me a subscription. So that's another news. So that's part of the news that I have to start off with. But I am going to find something. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see. All 22. No. Stand out with 100% verified team scout trust. Our professional scouts verify your detail and provide you with maximum exposure so that you can present your potential. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find ways to actually, let me do my due diligence here. So tonight, here's the thing. I'm going to make an exception. But I am going to find ways to find all 22 film on these college kids. All right. I most of the film I watch is what I find on Twitter. And that's what I see, and that's how I break these guys down. But I have to find another way to show you guys film on these guys without getting in trouble by YouTube. So that's a task in itself. I'm actually going to get with my roundtable guys. You know what? I'll message them right now and find out how we can get all 22 film. Let's see here. Let's message them now. All right, I just messaged them. All right, just message them. So let's see if maybe they can come up with something. Maybe we can find something while we're on the show. All right. Before we get today's live stream, again, make sure you become a member today. Right here, it is pinned up at the top of the chat. We also have a live goal today of $25 donations. Okay. So that's 20 Teal super chats. If any of those 20 Teal super chats come up, it's only $5. I'll do a breakdown on any draft choice of your choosing. Okay. As well as, of course, become a member today as well. I greatly appreciate that. What's up, Clay? What's up, Rolly? Appreciate you joining. 910 all time. What's good, man? Traps in the house. Vietnam, what's good? Zach, of course, is always showing up. What's good, Zach? Vietnam. Okay, Vietnam. Panthers guy with that $2 donation. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through and donating to the shout out to you, Panthers guy. I appreciate that. Earl Locklear, appreciate you joining. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Sean J. Y. What's good? Appreciate you joining. All right, and you guys are having a nice little chat back and forth. I love it. I love it. All right. We're going to break down Jihaad Campbell. Let's pull up his measurables. We can at least start with that while I wait on my guys to get back to me. Let me pull up his measurables real quick. There it is. He didn't do a bench. Wow, he didn't do a bench at all. So was this from his pro day? All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. All right, let me see this over here. All right, let's pull this up. There we go. All right, so here's his measurables. 6'2", 235, hand size 10.5, arm length 32.5, 40 time 4.52, 20 split 2.6, and 1.58 10-yard split. And then a 10-7 broad jump. All right, so basically, I've seen his measurables about 6'3". Let's see, these are about the same. 6 foot. I've seen 6'3s, which they basically have. He's basically 6'3", but he did cut down to 235. I think his normal weight's around 245, but I think I heard reports that he cut down for the combine. But 240, I'm pretty sure he's like 245. Now when we're talking about Jihaad Campbell, he's not just some random dude who showed up to Alabama hoping to make a name for himself. He's just not one of those guys, man. Like he was already one of the top edge rushers in high school class in his high school. And of course Nick Saban comes knocking, you're doing something right. Right? I mean, once he landed in Tuscaloosa, he did what the best do, and he adapted, evolved, proved he could do more than just rush the passer, right? He became a legitimate defensive weapon. All right, playing both on the edge, and as an off the ball linebacker, and let's not forget his special team work, ladies and gentlemen, because nothing screams team player like laying wood on kickoff coverage. So, if we go look at his stats back in 2025, which we can, or 2024 stats, I should say. Sorry, not 2025. As of right now, PFF has him as the 10th PFF ranking. They got him at 10, but I'm pretty sure they got him as linebacker 1, if I'm not mistaken. So statistically, I mean, racked up basically over You do some math there. Plus that. 12 carry one. Basically 112 total tackles. 12 tackles for a loss. He also had 5 sacks, which they don't show the sacks on here. He had 2 forced fumbles and an interception in his career. That was in just last year alone. I mean, in simple terms, this guy is everywhere, right? When you're seeing stats like 117 total, 112 total tackles, 12 tackles for a loss, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, an interception, a fumble recovery. In simpler terms, man, this guy is flying from sideline to sideline. I mean, his production didn't just spike, it skyrocketed. And every year he got better when he was at Alabama. That's the type of trajectory that, the teams in the NFL crave for, right? So to me, what makes him a special player, I think it's his athleticism. I think it's his athleticism. T-Top said it. So, T-Tops, before you came in here, I actually gave an announcement. I might say fuck it tonight in show film, but I also might not. Because here's the thing. I got hit with like a thing from YouTube saying that the film I showed you guys last night of Michael Williams, they basically did not monetize that live stream last night. So, which fucking sucks, right? That's why. So I don't want to get in trouble by YouTube until I can find another source to show you, which I'm working on right now. Until I can find another source to show you clips, I will. I'm also about to just say, but at the same time, I want to say fuck it and just show it. Where he lined up. No, he's not hurt, Ethan. Mainly on the D line. And then, of course, in the box. I mean, well, no, mainly in the box. That's where he lined up. Right? D line, second most. But mainly in the box. D line, a little bit in the slot. I don't know why they got corner. I mean, and then deep. Right? So yeah. Mainly in the box, though. Mainly in the box, T. Thompson. But here's the thing for me with him. When that I've seen of him, okay? What makes him special, though, ladies and gentlemen, is his athleticism. Again, it's elite. I do think it's not just good, it is at an elite level. The dude moves like he's got rockets in his cleats. And I think it's either whether he drops back into coverage or he's hunting down the ball carriers, right? Or making plays at the quarterback. They're trying to rethink their life choices. He's always in that mix, right? I think he's also very incredibly versatile. You could have him play Mike, right? Which is middle linebacker. So if you ever hear what a Mike linebacker is, that is a middle linebacker, okay? He could play Sam. What's Sam? That's strong side linebacker, okay? Edge, pass rusher, however you want to call it. The thing is, for a guy like this, not many guys can bounce between those roles without looking lost, right? But here's the thing. When you watch him, he makes it look natural. He is a natural at that position. I think this guy is a Frankie Louvu 2.0, but I think he can be better than Frankie Louvu. I'll say that. I think he's a better Frankie Louvu. or he will be better than Frankie Luvu. Add in put like I think Frankie Luvu is a superstar. I don't think he's elite, but I think he's a superstar. Like there's guys who get Pro Bowls, and then there's guys who get Pro Bowls and All Pros. I think Jihaad Campbell could be a Pro Bowler and an All Pro, right? Whereas I think Frankie Luvu is a Pro Bowler, and that's all he is. I don't think Frankie Luvu's ever had an All Pro. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he ever has. That's what I'm saying. I think there's a difference between elite and then like superstar in the NFL. That's the way I look at Jihaad Campbell. So you're saying he'll be a playmaker on defense? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. I mean, here's another thing, T. Thompson. You got to think about it. We were worst in the league last year at stopping the run, right? This is the guy that you want on your team. I think him and Wallace coming up together would be a great dynamic duo in that middle linebacker. You're gonna need someone to replace Josie Jewell anyways. Why not get a guy like this who could stuff the box, right? But you can also move him around because he has that versatility, right? So yeah, he is absolutely a playmaker, right? That's the kind of flexibility, the flexibility that I just explained to you, playing Mike, playing Sam, playing Edge. The flexibility, that is what I think also Evero looks for in guys sometimes too. Like, I think that makes him feel giddy inside, especially in today's NFL, where you look at these offenses, they're doing everything they can to exploit the mismatches. Now, again, every player, like I said, every player does have my concerns. Not every player is perfect. Okay? My concerns with him, for all of his talent, is that Campbell does sit in that tweener category. Do you know what a tweener is? A tweener is too big for a traditional linebacker, but not quite that pure pass rusher that some teams want off the edge, right? That means that his role at the next level will need some fine tuning. Which, again, every player needs some fine tuning. Abdul Carter is not going to come in this league and just think that he's just going to be able to do what he did at Penn State. I'm sorry. There is going to be some fine tuning to him too. Same thing with Mason Graham. Same thing with T-Mac. Same thing with Tyler Warren. Yeah, are they going to make plays? Are they going to have an impact day one? Sure. I could see those guys make an impact day one. Sure. But there's still going to be that fine tuning that they need to tweak, right? But here's the thing. He's probably not, like, here's the thing with Jihaad Campbell. He's probably not going to be a full-time edge rusher, though. He's also too good at getting after the quarterback to not be used in the capacity occasionally. So I think for Jihaad Campbell, he does need a defensive staff that knows how to utilize his strengths instead of trying to force him into a rigged system. Now, I do want to explain something I don't think I explained to you about Mykel Williams. Okay? I think there's something that I did not explain to you about Mykel Williams last night. Well, I may have. But why does Jihaad Campbell? I think this is a big answer that I think a lot of you guys need some, like, I guess, reassurance, right? Why it makes sense for the Panthers to go after a guy like this. Well, you look at it this way, right? Carolina's linebacker situation that does need some addressing badly, I think. I honestly think our linebacker situation needs more addressing than our defensive end situation. Why? Because you got Patrick Jones, you got DJ Wanham, and you also you've got Clowney. Okay? Not necessarily saying I want to stick with that, But you got to think about it this way. You go look at that linebacker room, you ain't got no depth. There is no depth there. Shaq Thompson's coming, is gone, right? You know, we need a young, athletic linebacker who can fly around the field and make plays. That's where Jihaad Campbell comes in. Like, if you use him correctly, yeah, he could end up being like your next Luvu, but I think better. Because he does have a relentless high motor playmaker who does rack up a lot of tackles for loss. He disrupts the backfield, and he keeps opposing offenses on their toes. That's the thing. His ability to blitz, cover means he's never a liability when he's on the field. That's what kind of player you want and need in this today and age of the NFL. I think we have more depth, at least me personally, in that edge, the pass rushing room, than we do in that middle linebacker. You really want to go into next season with just Josie Jewell and Trevin Wallace, and then behind that you have, behind that, let's go look at it. Like behind the Josie Jewell, okay? Behind, if we look at that roster, behind Josie Jewell, and Trevin Wallace, you want to go into next season with this? I think you could make the case that edge is not as important as linebacker is. You literally have Trevin Wallace and Josie Jewell. Yeah, you got Christian Roseboom, but he's a third rotational guy. He's not starting over Jewell. At least I don't think he is, and I don't think he's starting over Trevin. And then after that, you got Jacoby Winmon, Claudin Churlis, and John Radigan. Yeah, Zach, we let Shaq Thompson go. We let Shaq Thompson go. I don't know. You look at it from this standpoint, and then let's go look at the edge rushing room. And you tell me which one has more depth. I mean, y'all got to remember, we did, Panthers gal, no, he was not a 1-year contract. He was like a 3-year contract. Oh, Mike Wynn's in the chat with it. He had a 3-year contract, 22.75. So, yeah, I'd have to go look back and look at it. But then, yeah, Joel's here through 2026. Yeah, but I'm just saying, I think that, not necessarily saying we can't get an edge rusher later on. Okay? Not saying we can't get an edge rusher later on. But I think, like, if part of me is still, all right. We can get an edge rusher later on, but I think a Jihaad Campbell fits at number 8. He or 10. If you trade back, you might be able to get him at 11 or 12. But he's gone after 12. He's a top 12 player. But again, if they took him at 8, I wouldn't be mad at it. I would not be mad at it. Because if you go back and look at his measurables too, you're looking at his 40-yard dash, okay? That puts him in the 92nd percentile, right? His 10-yard split, that puts him in the 93rd percentile. Look at his broad jump, that puts him at the 94th percentile. Okay? I mean, this guy reminds me of like there's some similarities with him. I see some similarities with him and Peyton Wilson, except his body holds up better than Peyton Wilson. He hasn't had that many injuries as Peyton has. Junior Carlson out of Michigan. Another guy, Adrian Cooper out of Texas A&M. Most of these guys were from last year's draft class. But I see a lot of similarities in him that I saw in those guys, right? Mike Wynn, you're good. No worries. Autocorrect gets me every single time. I'm just saying, I think Jihaad Campbell, it would be a good move. And here's the thing. I'll tell you another thing about him. And he fits a hybrid scheme. He fits that run hybrid defensive schemes. And I think that we would love what Campbell brings. If you want to watch if you can go watch any of his film, I'll suggest this. Go watch his tape. Okay? Go watch his tape from that LSU performance alone. If you watch that LSU performance alone, it showcases what he does in disruption. He's perfectly execute blitzes in that game, very explosive to pursue against screens, and he's locked down in coverage on short routes. And I think, again, even if it's not the Carolina Panthers, I'm saying NFL teams in general that run that hybrid defensive scheme, they will love a Jihaad Campbell and what he brings to the table. Because, again, he's a movable chess piece, right? He's got the speed to cover tight ends. He's got the strength to take on blockers. He's got the burst to be a serious pass rushing threat. Yes, he needs refinement, particularly how when I've watched him, how he disengages think Clay from his blocks. How he disengages from blocks and how he processes I notice how he processes play action. But those things are very fixable. Those are very minor issues. They're not fun, and that's the thing, not fundamental flaws, right? Another game, if you want to go watch Jihaad Campbell, right, where you saw a perfect summary of his growth, go watch the Auburn game. There's a play in that game I remember where he bites early on this play fake and then learned from it and then spent the next 3 drives absolutely wrecking their screen game the whole game. Like, he made a mistake. He learned from this mistake. Didn't allow the mistake happen again. That's what you want to see from a young linebacker. Athleticism, versatility, the ability to adjust on the fly, right? Just 21 years old, has the traits to be a game changer, right? Here's the thing I look at him. He's a top 40 prospect with Pro Bowl upside. Any team needing a modern, versatile linebacker, which I think we could use, should have him on a high on their board. I think here's the thing. He's a scheme versatile starter with all pro potential if he continues on this upward trajectory that he's on. I'm telling you right now. Chance the Fapper, that chess player is Evero. We haven't seen him with true talent, I guess you could say. That's my thoughts on Jihaad Campbell, guys. When I get some game film, we'll probably come back and look at Jihaad, but I'm going to find some game film. Waiting for my guys to respond to me. Patreon candy cutouts, Coach Voss. Okay, bye. See you later. Bye, Panthers Cow. I'm not done. I'm not done tonight, Panthers Cow. We're gonna do a might have found us some game film. I might have found us some all 22 game film. Oh shit. Damn. For only $3 a month. Hold up. Damn. Where the fuck's my wallet? Fuck. Oh, hold on. Marcos, what's up? Hey guys, give me like 1 second. I think I might have found us some game film. Hold on. Stacks. No, I didn't order DoorDash. We're about to order some game film, is what we're about to order. Cash Money Records. Unfortunate. Wait, what's that? Oh. It's definitely that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hold on. What is this? New videos. Oh, hold on. These are new videos. All right, hold up. Okay. Let's see if I can find Jihaad Campbell. Hold on, I'm about to find it. If you want to watch the full film, please consider joining the highest. Damn. Let's see if we can get this instead. $5. Okay, let's see if we can get it pulled up. I'm working on getting film here. This is crazy. Where's this guy projected? Probably around I would say probably between the 10 and 12 range. Let's see something here. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find Jihaad Campbell's thing here. Barstool. Google Driver. Okay, so hold on. If you're looking for all 22, okay. When you join my Patreon, you'll have access to higher library videos of prospects. After you join, I will manually email you a link that contains the growing library. They might not. Oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, I haven't got an email from them yet. So I'm waiting on an email and they'll send me. Got it. Okay, so we're going to have film now, ladies and gentlemen. I just paid a $5 subscription. Dan Campbell taking Jihaad Campbell. So we're going to have film when we do these prospects now that I have now paid for. It's only $3 a month, which is insane. $3 a month, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know. So, see with the things I do for you guys. So, we'll have all 22 video cut ups of NFL draft prospects. NFL draft prospects, ladies and gentlemen. We will have NFL film on these prospects within the next 2 days. It sounds like. I was hoping they send it now, which would be great, but it's, beggars can't be choosers. All right, beggars can't be choosers. So we're gonna wait, and we'll go from there. Once it comes through, we'll get it all worked out. right. So while we wait for that to happen, how about we do a mock draft? Because apparently this is going to be coming through in the next 10 days. Yes, Zach, we shall. We shall. You know what? Man, great minds think alike, Zach. Great minds think alike. I tell you. This is why I keep you around, Zach. That's why I keep you around. All right, let's do it. One with Jihaad Campbell in it. Should we do this one with Jihaad Campbell in it? I think so. I think it would be weird if we didn't do that, right? All right. Let's do a mock draft. Let's get it. All right. We'll keep the settings the same. Do this. We're gonna enter. All right. William. Glad I stuck around a bit. Yes, ma'am. Should we do a mock? Yeah, wait. Do you think we need to draft another defense tackle since we had William? I don't think it will hurt. Not necessarily saying that we need to get him in the first. I mean, if Mason Graham's there at 8, I mean that could be a move that Carolina still goes with William. But let's say they wait till 4th or 5th round, they could get a guy like CJ West out of Indiana. Wouldn't be a bad move. Or maybe Ine. How do you pronounce his name? Let's start the draft. There's some other guys that they could go after. So another guy they could go after in the later rounds, is like they could get Alfred Collins in the 2nd, or maybe they go Jordan Phillips in the 3rd, or they have to go Deion Walker, CJ West in the 4th. They could also get Peebles. Peebles is a guy they can look at in the 4th. JJ Pegas could be a guy they look at the 4th. And then when you get lower here, Tonka Hemingway, you're talking about like the 6th round, or Cameron Jackson later on in like the 7th, Howard Cross in the 7th round as well. Nazir Stackhouse, another guy that goes 7th. So yeah, they could end up going and getting some depth there, adding another guy. There's a lot of depth there at the defensive line for guys that they could go after. All right, so the board fell weirdly. We see Cam Ward went to wow, they got Shador at 47. Cam Ward went in the 1st to the Titans. You got tackle to the Browns. Okay. Travis Hunter to the Giants. Abdul Carter to the Patriots. Tyler Warren to Jacksonville. Ashton Genty to the Raiders, and then Mason Graham at number 7 to the Jets. So we have to go for Jihaad Campbell. I would like to try to trade back and see if I could get Jihaad Campbell. And maybe I'll probably trade about right here. And I'll take their 11th. Actually, let's see. Yeah, we'll take Sanford. We'll take that 11th. And you give me your 8. You give me your 43. We could offer that. Or you give me your 75. In value, this is probably something we would get to just go back 3 spots. It'd be different if we were jumping back to like 18 with Seattle, where you could go like 18, 52, 82. Like you could go those 3 routes, 50 or 82, right? That's the value you're getting at because you're jumping back 10 spots. The value decreases, value get a lot higher as you go lower for the picks. All right, so we're going to go 11 and 75. I think that's fair. I mean, I'm probably pushing it with that 100. So, yeah, Yeah, we'll stop there. We'll make, I think this is a fair trade. We'll go 8 for their 11. They give us the 11 in the 75, so we get an extra pick out of it. I like that move. Okay, perfect. Let's hope Jihaad falls here. Okay. All right. So that worked out perfectly. Now we can get Jihaad Campbell at 11. All right. So we'll take Jihaad Campbell. Since we're doing him as a draft prospect, we have to do a Jihaad Campbell mock. Damn, look how far Nick Amanawari went. In this draft, Nick Amanawari went quick. He went off the board fast, bro. Wow. Shador fell to the second round to the Browns. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, let's come back here. I want to go back and look at this though real quick. Who took a Nick Amanawari? He went quick. Yeah, wow. Wow. They took Nick quickly. That's insane. Tied in. They need tight end, guard, edge, linebacker. They took Nick Amanawari very quickly at the 14th pick. That's insane. Hey, I don't blame him. All right, so our pick is in. So we went with Jihaad Campbell, our next pick. All right, chat. Y'all can help me out on the next one. All right, so with the next pick in the NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers have second round, 57 pick. Who are they taking? Y'all sound off in the comments while we look, okay? All right. So we've already got a linebacker. So we got to go look at corner. Okay. We got Darian Porter. Okay. We got, let's see, edge. You got Braden Swinson, JT, Tuamaliu, and Jack Sawyer. All right. Then at defensive line, you've got Omar Norman Lott. Safety, you ain't taking Sebastian Castro there. Linebacker, we're good. All right. So wide receiver, what are we looking at? Okay. You see any wide receivers? You got Jalen Noel, Jalen Royals. I don't know if you want to take him that low. Xavier I can't pronounce him. You got Scataboo. You got Jared Ivey there. Anything else? Okay. All right. Chat's going off right now. I see it. All right, hold on. Let's get a wide receiver for the third. KC saying CB. I don't know how this works. Sawyer, DP, safety. I want Tyler Warren first. And well, since we are doing Jihaad Campbell, we broke down Jihaad Campbell as a draft prospect, ladies and gentlemen. We went with Jihaad Campbell first. Okay. All right. Just because we did his breakdown today. Luther Bird in the third, Panthers boy. We're past the first round, buddy. Ivy, okay, Jared Ivey at 57. Okay, we got Jared Ivey. Who's the corner again? You got Darian Porter. Well, we could. I mean, again, we could get Jihaad Campbell. I wouldn't throw it out there that Jihaad they don't take him at 8. I mean, Jihaad as of right now is a top 10 player according to PFF. Not necessarily saying that that's true for everybody's board. Everybody's different. Zach Taylor says Kyle Kennard or Darian Porter. If I'm looking at, I mean, the best player available according to PFS is Braden Swinson. I mean, he's elite on everything else, but his run stopping rate's like average. His run defensive grade, it's okay. It's not great. I mean, I think the JT's the best I think JT is better than Jack Sawyer, in my opinion. That's just me. But you can't go wrong with either one. You could go with Jack Sawyer or you could go with JT. I mean, JT does have better stats too, 15 sacks, 14 quarterback hits, 22 pressures compared to Jack Sawyer, who has 10 sacks, 16 quarterback hits. Okay. But his hurries, he's got a lot of hurries. Yeah, Panthers boy Luther is a first rounder. That, at least from a PFF standpoint, they consider him a first rounder. Jack Sawyer. All right. Seen a lot of Jack Sawyers. Bobby Digital says he wants Ivy. How many likes are we at, guys? Make sure we pound that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It goes a long way. There's 38 of you. There's only 24 likes. Let's make sure we get those thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen, okay? I would greatly appreciate that. Let's get those thumbs up, all right? This is how easy it is. Thanks. Did I hit the thumbs up button? Fucking assholes. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Just kidding. I love every single one of you. All right. For me, it's either, all right, it's between JT or Darian Porter. For me personally, it's either Darian Porter or JT. Now, again, we could here at the second round. I think it's JT in my opinion. I don't think Braden Swinson's better than. I think JT all around's a better player than Swinson and Jack. Me personally. Darian Porter's nice. Again, his run defensive grade is just absolutely atrocious. The problem is with Darian Porter, he's got to work on his man coverage. Got to work on his coverage. Darian Porter. We have what's good, Marquise? We have 2 third-round picks from that trade, right? Yes, we do. What other corners will be available after Darian Porter? Who do we have? Yeah, you can go with Jacob Parrish, Kobe Bryant, Mello Dotson, Noel Williams. That'll still be there later on if you want to go and get a guy later. I don't feel like Darian Porter as much as a need as I feel like a JT Tuimalalu is, because like you got Mike Jack, you still have Chow Smith Wade there at the nickel, right? Who did show some promise later on in the season. Chow Smith Wade did. Like the last 5 games, he was actually kind of solid. He's young. He's just, he's a young rookie. 5th round. I mean, what was he? A 5th round pick, right? So yeah, I really didn't even expect as much as he showed. For me, I think I gotta go JT here. And then maybe I get like a Moby, I get Moby or I get Parrish there in the 4th. Right. Damn, Jalen Noel went, because this is where I was gonna go. Jalen, I mean, that's kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Jihaad Campbell and JT Tuimalalu, like pass rush grade. I mean, dude doesn't miss a lot of tackles either. Same thing with this guy, run stopper, pass rush run weight. I mean, could be a little bit higher, but damn, run defensive grade. I'm looking at these guys with this run defense grade because just of how bad we were last year. All right, so now we got the 74 and 75 pick with that trade back. Jalen Royal has to be one of these picks. Okay, we got back-to-back picks. We don't have to pick Jalen Royal now. And we don't have to pick a corner here either. Okay, so we go get a safety. I'm looking at Sebastian Castro, Andrew Mukaba. I mean, here the third round also makes a lot of sense. I mean, we've also looked at Jonas Sanker out of Virginia. We did do a 30-day visit with him. Panthers guy, I will be live every single day of the. I'm going to try to be live every single day of the draft. Okay. Now, first round, I mean, yes, but of course I will be live. Yes. We will be doing a watch party for sure. I like Castro here. All right, so we're going Royal Castro. Is everybody in agreement with Castro in the chat? We like Castro. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are going Jalen Roll, so we'll go Jalen Roll. Now, do we get our safety here? I don't like. Okay, T. Thompson doesn't like Castro personally. Coverage great. Again, I've watched Castro, man. Like, here's the thing. I don't disagree with you, T. Thompson. I do think Mukaba, I'm not sure how you pronounce him, is better. I think also Lathan Ransom is better. I do think that, but what I saw from the Senior Bowl from Sebastian Castro, I did like a lot of his traits too. Kevin Winston's coming off a major injury, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think Kevin Winston, if he wouldn't have got injured, he might be a second round pick. Maybe higher. But he did partially tear his ACL. And then he did have a first round hype around him before he got injured, which sucks. Let me look at other positions here real quick. So we took our receiver, right? Wait, did you already take corner? I missed it. No, I didn't take corner. I could take Benjamin Morrison here. Problem is he's also coming off of an injury. His is not as bad. His was just he had to have hip surgery. If I'm not mistaken, he had to have hip surgery. Let me read that again. Due to a hip injury, getting back in form after. Oh, so I was right on that. Okay, so he did have a hip surgery. Okay. Shit, tight ends are right here too. You got freaking Mason Taylor, Terrence Ferguson. I like that idea solid, honestly. I wouldn't mind trying to see if someone does fall there. Get Benjamin Morrison here now. And then maybe hope that freaking Mukaba falls to later. If not, get Jonas Sanker. All right. I do like that idea. Solid. I do. Do we take the chance, ladies and gentlemen? Do we take the chance? Let's try it. It's just a mock draft. It's all hypothetical at the end of the day. All right, let's see if Mukaba falls off. Stay strong, Mukaba. Oh! But CJ West left us. Okay. So now we take Andrew Mukaba. And now we take our damn. What the fuck? It was a W suggestion. I'll take it. There's no. I mean, how? I don't think Vernon Brogdon is that good. I don't know. I don't know much. I don't. Let me see his breakdown. I haven't really done much on this guy. Needs to refine his hands placement techniques to become more effective on a one-winner next level. However, even in his current form, his length and strength provide valuable versatility as a two-cap defensive lineman. His best fit likely as a 3-4 defensive end. 4 sacks, 2 hits, 26 hurries. I mean, so he's a disruptor. Pass rush win rates at a 13%. Solid says I'm a fucking genius. Pass rush run rate 86, run defense 79. Okay. Run stopping grade 77.6%. That's pretty good. It's very interesting, though. Wow. This is solid. I mean, those first 5 picks, ladies and gentlemen. Jihaad. JT, Jalen Royal, Benjamin Morrison, Mukaba. Like, if this was my first 5, if this was our first 5 picks in this draft, I'd be a happy man. I don't know about you guys. I'd be ecstatic. But that's just me. All right, now we got to look. Now we got to look. We got to look here. I don't know much about this Vernon Brogdon guy. I know JJ Pegas is solid as fuck. Bobby Digital saying we go tight end now. Oh, T. Thompson likes it. T. Thompson likes it. All right. I don't know much about this Vernon guy. I don't know if I want to take back-to-back defensive player or Riley Mills. 6'5", 295. Millis is a long interior defender who projects best as defensive end. Okay, to his length. He'll need to get stronger in the NFL to be a full-time starter on early downs, but can be a rotational player right off the bat due to his splash potential. What's wrong with him is the question. I don't know much about him, honestly. I'm in Notre Dame. Are you playing his highlights? I'm waiting for them to send me his stuff. T. Thompson likes this draft, boy. We gotta keep the perfection going. We gotta keep the perfection going. Oh. Now send me some shit. I'm waiting for this guy to send me the damn shiznit. My Patreon. So go to creator page. I don't even know if I have a Patreon. No. What is this Patreon? Okay. I guess this is Patreon. Gonna have to create me one. What the fuck, bruh? The fuck? Out of morbid curiosity, who's still there? At running back. Oh God. All right, let's look at running backs. I don't know much about that guy. Jaden Blue, hey everyone. Because that fucking I'll tell you why as a Gamecock fan. Zach Taylor, you want to know why? It's because freaking Beamer knows how to freaking recruit. And he knows how to recruit and he hits the transfer portal hard. He hits it hard, my guy. You know what I mean? So we got Jaden Blue. We got Bradshaw Smith still here. Jaquez Hunter, Khalil Mullins, Bashul Tutin, Taj Brooks, Ollie Gordon. You got Marks and you got Raheem Sanders and Donovan Edwards left. So you got a lot of running backs left over. I really want to take a defensive tackle here. If I'm taking a defensive tackle, I'm taking JJ Pegas. And if you don't know who JJ Pegas, you need to learn. All right. If you want to know about JJ Pegas, you're about to learn about him. All right, so we're going to break him down real quick. I got to find my defensive line board real quick. I have a board, by the way, guys, just so you know. So let's see what I put down for JJ Pegas, which I do have him pretty. He's not very low on my list. I think he's at least one of my top 12 guys. Number one, this guy is also a former tight end, by the way, if you didn't know. Yep. See, he was originally a 4-star tight end. So read that if you can. A little bit on him, but this is what I put him down as. He's 6'2". Yep. I had him at 315. He must have gone up on some weight or something. Ran a 4.9 40 from my understanding. Again, former tight end who's turned defensive tackle. I think this guy's an athletic freak, number one. Okay. I think he's still learning the position, but the upside about him is undeniable. Like, I think if this is one of those guys, and again, we're only taking him in what round are we in right now? 4th or 5th? I mean, if he continues to develop, he could be a problem, right? I mean, he's that damn good. But as they say, versatile player for a number of reasons, could be a fan favorite for his relentless play on defense and ability to play some goal line packages offensively, which is kind of funny. So I think the move here is to go JJ. So now we don't have to get another defensive lineman. We don't need a linebacker. We don't need we don't need to go edge. We got a corner. We got a safety. What do we need now? Tight end, maybe an offensive tackle. I wouldn't mind taking an offensive tackle to be a predecessor. I would say running back, tight end, a tackle to be like Taylor Moton's predecessor. Everybody's versatile, right? Zach, everybody's versatile according to PFF. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how this board fell. So we got tight ends. Yeah, I mean, we still got Jihaad Campbell. Which means if like this, let's say this draft happened, T. Thompson, I mean, Jihaad would be in there with Jewel, you know, Roseboom, Wallace. So you got 4 linebackers now. You got actually some depth there if someone goes down. Because I mean, Jihaad Campbell might not. Jihaad Campbell tight end is Bear, JJ. Yeah, JT, Jalen Royals, Benjamin Morrison, Andrew Mukaba, JJ Pegas. Do we need another safety? We need a guy who's what? A true. We need another. We could get another safety. True and a tight end. Yeah. I do like Mitchell Evans. I'm not opposed to Benjamin Urasek. Looking at the rest of these. Luke Lachey is still there, which is kind of intriguing. I'm not going to lie. Luke Lachey coming out of Iowa is kind of interesting here. Not saying taking him at 140, sorry. But he is interesting. I'm kind of interested in getting him maybe as the last pick. I mean, he had a hell of a what happened to him? He was supposed to be like one of these like great tight ends. I wonder what happened to him. Lachey will likely be drafted to his pedigree because he's the latest in the Royal tight end pipeline from the Iowa Hawkeyes in the NFL. However, for him to stick, right now he's not NFL caliber either in area. Okay. I was just wondering what happened to him. Jackson Haas is interesting. He didn't do shit though either. Jake bringing stools interesting as well. No, Zach T. Thompson always has his caps on. He always types in caps. That's just him. That's what he does. All right. These fucking pollens kill me. All right. Damn. See, look at this Vernon guy. How he jumped up to 76 is beyond me. I think we got to go Mitchell Evans here. Go ahead and take our tight end. So we'll take Mitchell Evans. What are we looking at running back? What do we got? So we got Mitchell Evans here now. Running back. Jarquez Hunter is still there. Okay. Would you all say we need a true center? Do we need a true center? No. Tackle. We could use a tackle. I mean, this is a guy you want as your predecessor at right tackle. Logan Thomas. Emory Jones wouldn't be bad as a predecessor for him. Taylor Moton, Jack Nelson. Solid left tackle, honestly. Let's see. Holland Pierce, left tackle. He only allowed 4 sacks in all of his seasons. Played 13 games. Damn, he's probably fucking good. Interesting. Oh, really didn't have a lot of bad games. Maybe 2 or 3. 3 bad games, really. Alright. I would say a tackle would not be bad, but I'm not taking him from a value standpoint. Now we could get another safety. Mukaba is. Let me look at Mukaba. So he's a free safety. So we would need to get. Okay, if he's a free safety. So let's say Mukaba is a free safety. All right. Which Trayvon Moehrig. Is he free safety too? Or is he strong safety? I'm trying to remember. Trying to look here. Hold on. Give me a second. Trying to remember something. No, he's a strong safety. All right. So we got a free safety, which means that would put Mukaba free safety with Richardson. Moehrig's there at strong safety. So we need a strong safety. Is Billy Bowman a strong safety? I don't think so. Hold on. Is he a strong safety or more of a free safety? That's the question. Because we got Moehrig at strong, which means we got Mukaba at free, right? With Damani Richardson backing him up. So we would need a strong safety. They've got Richardson lined up in free safety though. When you look at it from a roster or depth chart standpoint, though, T. Thompson, they've got him as a strong free safety. From a roster standpoint, they've got him in the free safety slot. I don't know if that's because he's the only other safety that we have. And they're saying, from my understanding, his scouting report, Mukaba is more of a free safety. Billy Bowman's missed tackle rate's shit. Coverage rate is good. Hold on, let's look at let me look at something else here. Is he a strong safety or free safety? That's the question I need to know more of. Instinctual press, free safety, strong safety. Damn, he's getting. How is Billy Bowman getting compared to Tyrann Mathieu? That's what Bleacher Report compared him to. Tyrann Mathieu. Yeah, but we need a strong safety to back up Moehrig, don't we? I mean, it seems like Billy Bowman can play both. And I guess apparently Mukaba can play both. But it seems like both of those guys, Bowman and Mukaba, both are better off in the. They excel better in the free safety, but that it probably doesn't hurt to have somebody sit behind Morig, so probably can learn just in case he does go down. All right, so yeah, I listen. All I'm saying is, from a roster standpoint, they have him in free safety, at least on the depth chart. I'm just saying, T-Tops. That's all I'm saying. I know Richardson is strong safety. I think he could line up in free safety and be fine too. But let's go. We'll go with Billy Bowman here. Let's rock that joint. Let's rock that joint. So far, so good. Now we just need a. I would probably go running back. And I mean, is there anything else we need? Do we get another edge defender here? I don't think so. Do we go after another linebacker here? Or do we go tackle to be a predecessor? I really want Baishul Tutin, man. I really want Baishul Tutin. I want Baishul Tutin in the right now. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's averaging 6.3 yards per carry. $11 games played. 183 attempts, over 1,100 yards. I think what did he run at what did he run at the combine? Baishul Tutin. He ran a 4.3, didn't he? 4.32. I really want Baishul Tutin here. Yeah, it's a 4.32. I mean, you're talking about some explosiveness out of the backfield. Ollie Gordon's another guy I'm looking at. If you talk about a freaking bulldozer, y'all talking about a bulldozing running back, 6'2", almost basically 230. God dang. But Baishul, who's 5'11", basically 210, running a 4.32, coming out of that backfield. God dang, we full sending this one, boys. Yeah, that's the move. Now you got Baishul Tutin, Rico Daddle. You don't know what the hell's going to happen with Brooks. I like it. I like the move here. This might be one of the best. This might be the best draft we've done. I don't know about y'all. I like it. This is one of my favorite drafts I've done yet with you guys. All right, let's see what we got on the board. I guess we'll go tackle here. We can go tackle here. We could get. We did visit with this guy, Teddy Buchahana. I mean, we could end up getting another tackle. Let's see what tackles we got available. If there's no decent tackles to be a predecessor for Moten, then we may move on. Damn. Trey Weddig. Fuck. Not bad. This guy played at Alabama A&M. He played Auburn. He didn't play against really anybody. Buchanan. Buchanan. Let's see. Just trying to find a predecessor for Don Cooper. Yeah, I mean, this guy, Xavier Truss. What is 6'7", 320, but he's played like every position. Left tackle. They've moved him around a lot. Is this like another Brady Christensen guy? Okay. Maybe we go another linebacker here. Get Teddy Buchanan. I mean, this guy, 13 games. Look at this. 13 games. Ty Robinson? Who's Ty Robinson? Where's Ty Robinson? Ty Robinson. Are you talking about adding to the defensive line? 6'6", 310. You want to go Ty Robinson here? But damn, hold on. 13 games. 871 defensive snaps, pass rushing snaps 97, run defensive snaps 337, coverage snaps 437, 75 tackles, 24 assisted tackles, 10 missed tackles, mainly in the box, D-line, slot, corner, deep. Interesting. Ty Robinson. And pitch Jihaad, he might. What happened in that? Let me see. SMU game. Which game? SMU. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. 46.5 ain't very good. All right. T. Thompson, I'll rock with you. We'll go with Ty. We'll go with Ty Robinson. Why not? That should finish it off there. Let's see how this comes out. Okay. So we traded back 11 and a third round pick, 75, and got San Francisco. Went and got Jihaad, JT, Jalen Royals, Benjamin Morrison, Andrew Mukaba, JJ Pegas, Mitchell Evans, Billy Bowman, Bashul Tutin, and Ty Robinson. I'd be a happy guy with this draft. Me too. I think we got to post this draft. I think we got to post it. So, all right, guys. Well, that is the end of the Ropp Star Report. We will have sounds like we'll have some draft content. Yeah, they gave me a D- on that on that. We will be back. I'll be back. Hope maybe we'll do some breakdowns tomorrow evening. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna post up this this drafting on in here. Where's your highlights? I'm waiting for them to send them to me. I'm still waiting for them to send them to me. More like, where's my highlights? I paid $5 a month. Okay. Where's my highlights? Panthers gal. Okay. All right. I just want to say Clemson ruined my bracket. Clemson ruined my bracket. Who else ruined my bracket? I'll say this. Oh, by the way, did y'all give me y'all's top 5 wrestlers of all time? That was the Q&A question of the day. Louisville ruined my bracket. I had Louisville beating Creighton. Who else? Kansas. I mean, losing to Arkansas fucked me over. VCU fucked me. Who else fucked me? Clemson fucked me. High Point. I thought they were going to pull the upset. And yeah, that's it. I mean, it is what it is. So, anyways. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become a member today. It's less than $2 a month. All right. It's like $2.99. It's less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks. All right. So I would greatly appreciate that. Follow me on all my social media. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Follow me on Facebook as well. Feel free to do so. Okay. Also, follow me on TikTok. I would greatly appreciate it. That goes a long way. And as always, guys, make sure you definitely check out the Discord. Okay. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream. As always, guys, keep pounding. I'm out. Peace. Okay, something's going on here. I have no idea what happened.